One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Testing, testing. One, two, three. Testing, testing. One, two, three. Test. Testing, testing. One, two, three. Testing, testing. One, two, three. Test. Okay, we're probably gonna start about maybe another minute or so. So we're gonna get into it. Looking forward to this one. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and kick this pen right quick. Okay, for those who are not familiar with when I was a blogger back in the day, and I also had a online radio show that I broadcast on Thursdays. I did a segment on the month of my birthday, and I always do segments particular regarding female DJs. I've always have a love for them. I always appreciate them. I always respect them and enjoy what they do when they on the decks. I have always been this way for those who know me, and today I wanted to show my love for them by this particular segment because I've noticed there has been a great meteor rise when it comes to female DJs and also producers. There's been a lot of great female DJ producers that's been out there. So I just want to discuss about the success of female DJs and why is that possible. And for those female DJs who's out there that may think or may not think that they can become successful, you can. It's a possibility. So without further ado, let's get to it. What's going on, everyone? This is happen to be Househead Speaks, and this is Monday Rant and Discussion. I have my new gear for tonight. Of course, I couldn't put the word discussion, you know, fully, but I did put discuss. So I will leave the actual my actual store where you can actually get this particular hoodie. I also have a T-shirt, and you also can get tanks and all those things with the same wording. So, like I mentioned in the intro, the success of female DJs, and shout out to all you lovely ladies who are doing it on the decks and also doing the producing thing. and just making it big. We definitely appreciate you. So for those lovely ladies out there who may want to get into DJing and maybe not in the fence, maybe in the fence of should they do it or should not do it, hopefully what I'm about to present to you will give you that spark, that boost, that oomph that will allow you to go ahead and pursue the thing. Because, like I always said, this is fun. It takes a lot of work, but it's a fun bag. So let's get to the presentation, shall we? Yes, do it. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit that on there. Let's go back. Let me take this back. Okay. Now, success of female DJs. Why is that possible? For those who don't know, who should, and if you don't know these four lovely ladies here, they were part of a group called Super Jane. You have DJ Colette, DJ Heather, De La Hoya, and Lady D. Now, DJ Heather and Lady D are still in Chicago. Now, even though DJ Colette and De La Hoya was originally from here, if I'm not mistaken, I know Colette lives in LA, and if I'm not mistaken, I think De La Hoya lives in LA as well. But these four wonderful DJs get together and they form this group called Super Jane. And they was huge. I mean huge. I have seen these ladies play at places here called, Smart Bar here in Chicago. They've been part of festivals and the like. And I when I wanted to do this, I definitely wanted to feature these four wonderful ladies and DJs right there. Now, for this disclaimer, this is not a women versus men. This ain't women DJs versus men DJs. This is none of that. Because in my mind's eye, DJs are DJs, no matter what color, creed, race, gender, what have you. If you're a DJ, you belong to the fam. But I think for all intents and purposes, we should give these awesome, talented DJs their due, their respect, their support, and their flowers, because they deserve it. So let's get to it. Next slide. Okay, now, why is it possible for these wonderful, wonderful DJs to be successful? Okay, what are they doing to get their names, their brands, themselves out there for the masses? Okay, now, I can tell you for my personal opinion that the way they present themselves, it what draws towards people, along with their music. Okay, I'm gonna read part of this. Okay, the success of female DJs today is not just possible; it's thriving, and that is true. Okay, and the photo that I have here is from a DJ that I met sometime last year by the name of Kitten Bear, and she is so amazing. She is amazing. She mostly plays like you know, you know, drum and bass, dubstep, but she also can do house and all other genres. She is just one of those well-rounded DJs that if you hear her play, you're gonna be awe of her. Okay, so they're driven by the combination of cultural shifts, technological assets, and evolving music industry dynamics. Okay, which means that they are using what's going on in the DJ realm as a springboard towards their career. Okay, I mean, it's not common now when you go to a festival or a club or venue or event. It's not common to see a female DJ part of a lineup. It's not common at all. Okay, I mean, especially depending on the promoter of things of that nature, but it's definitely not common to see that DJ, that that female DJ being part of a lineup. Okay. Next slide. Okay. Breaking industry barriers. Now, I am certain that these wonderful DJs probably had difficulties breaking into this realm because, of course, we know DJs, you know, are was are mainly male dominated. You know, I don't like to use dominate. I hate that word. Let's just say DJs are you mostly see male DJs on lineups and festivals and things of that nature. Okay, so for decades, DJs were seen as male, and I'm not gonna use dominate on here as a male-centered field. We're gonna do that. But female DJs have steadily challenged that stereotype, which they have, providing that skill, taste, and energy matters more than gender, which it does. You should never be limited because of who you are, okay? And you dag show should never be limited because of your gender. You know, that's why I still say when it comes to the DJ world, when it comes to the house community, we are one. We don't look at these things as a factor or a hindrance. If you want to do something within this community, you do it. Period. You know, but I know and saw and witnessed myself that some of these, wonderful lady DJs probably had it rough, had it hard, had to do more, had to push themselves more to get their name and notoriety, to get themselves out there. You know. So, okay, I know the artists that they name here. As much as I, respect. I'm going to name the lady DJs that I know. I already named the four earlier. Okay, we have a DJ right here by the name of Very Something. She's from Chicago and she's doing good things right now. DJ producer Marie Vaughn, who is amazing. She is an amazing techno DJ. As a matter of fact, producer. As a matter of fact, I purchased her stuff because she combines techno with acid, and it's fascinating the way she blends those two genres together. Okay, if we're gonna talk about Twitch female DJs, Amy Alexander, who's also a DJ and producer, comes to mind. Portia, who's in Argentina, she's another DJ that comes to mind. Then you have Wisconsin's own Sweet Tea Sauce that's at there. You have Tar Sniffer, who's from Texas. I mean, I can go through a long list, okay? BW Princess, who's in the UK. Like I said, the list goes on and on when it comes to these beautiful DJs who I have experienced either through live stream as well as, live myself, okay? Shout out to them. Next slide. Okay, empowerment and representation. Now, the photo here is by one of my dear hearts when it comes to DJing. I mean, it's not only she's just a great DJ, she's just a great person, and her name is Melody Sullivan. And the once you meet her, you will fall in love with her. And when you see her DJ, the her talent speaks for herself. Okay, now representation creates inspiration, which I agree. Seeing successful female DJs encourage other women to pursue DJing. But I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna say seeing successful female DJs encourages other DJs themselves. When I started out, there's been female DJs that I went to for advice and things to that nature. Okay, one of those DJs was T Mixwell, who's from Chicago. Another female DJ is by the name of ZZ Boogie, who also runs one of the top house magazines here in this city, Vibe Magazine. She was another DJ that was instrumental in my DJ journey, and shout out to both of them. So I'm gonna have to say that DJ production and event promotion. Each visible success story builds momentum, turning what once felt exclusive into something inclusive and accessible. Like I mentioned before, and I'm probably gonna keep mentioning this again. When you in the DJ world, there's no such thing as, you know, separate. We all together. We all banding as one. We're all trying to do what we can do to get ourselves out there, but also help others along the way. And Melody Sullivan is definitely that example because she has helped other DJs. She's from Toronto, Canada. As a matter of fact, she's one of the most sought after female DJs in that city. Period. If you follow her social media, chances are she's on someone's lineup. Period. Next slide. Shout out to you, Mel. Love you. The power of social media and live streaming. Now, I can say this with all honesty. Most of the amazing female DJs that I have been able to encounter has been through social media and also been live streaming, especially through Twitch. As a matter of fact, Melly Southern and I met through Facebook, and and was Facebook friends 10 plus years before I got the chance to go to Toronto myself and visit her. And ever since then, we've been inseparable. So that's the power of. So I want to give you an example of that. Now, Capri is the woman that you see on this photo. She's from Mexico, and she is an amazing Twitch DJ. If you have check out her live streams, it's always bubbly, it's always fun, it's always you get her passion, you get the experience that she portrays. So, hopefully when I go to Mexico next year, I'll get to meet her in person. You know, but let me go here. Platforms like Twitch, Mixcloud Live, and Instagram give female DJs direct access to audience. That is absolutely true. Because most of these female DJs, and I didn't check out it's mostly their Instagram. You'll see they have a lot of followers, so they have a lot of people that's follow them, which is amazing. They utilize their social media network so people can engage to what can engage to what they are doing. as far as DJing, whether they're playing on Twitch or they are playing, IRL. So bypassing gatekeepers, with consistent sets, branding, and engagement, many have built loyal fan bases from their own bedrooms to studios. The digital era levels the playing field, which it does. Okay, talent and authenticity speaks louder than old biases. Most of the female DJs that I know that's on Twitch, mo- they are either partner or on their way towards that. Why? Because they had the capability to really utilize Twitch's algorithms and utilize their channels to really, and social media, to really boost their brand, to boost themselves up, to get people to follow them. And also, why they're following them on Twitch, if they happen to be playing outside, in a live event, and in whatever area that they're playing, chances are they're gonna have at least some of their followers to come check them out live. Okay, so like I said, the one of the things that live streaming has done, it has leveled the playing field. You know, I know it has done it for me, but I know it has done especially extreme wonders for these women DJs that's playing on live streaming. Okay, okay. Next slide. Music diversity and fresh perspectives. You know, everybody always want to see that new face, and everybody always wants something new and fresh to come to the table. And just like I mentioned, the the techno DJ Mary Vaughn, she brings that essence in her production. That's why I always make it a mission to make sure that whatever new releases she comes out, I make sure I have that in my library. She also has a record label, which I haven't followed some of the artists on that label, and they looks like they following that same format. And it's the latest one was Julia. I listened to a track that she came out on Mary Vaughn's label, and it was amazing, and I love it. I can't wait to play it either live stream or live. Okay, let me get to here. Female DJs often brings unique musical perspectives and cultural blends to their sets, and it does. I mean, sometimes when it's us, male DJs and stuff like that, we try to bring that raw, that edge, that we try to, beat it down and get you doing stuff like that. I mean, women DJs does that as well, but they also do it in a nice little southern, a subtle. They bring a subtle approach to it. Okay, you know, whether it's soulful or alpha tech or techno with a twist, this diversity has enriched the global dance scene, attracting a broader audience and fostering new creative collaborations. And I seen it because I have seen. I'm going to use Honey Dijon as an example. She had done some collaborations with a Dave Morales, with Louis Vega, and the collaboration that she has done with those legends has been awesome, has been top notch. I have a few tracks of hers with those collaborations, and they've been wonderful. And I enjoy playing. Well, I know, and I enjoy playing those particular tracks. So, so That's why I always say that everyone has their own little skin in the game when it comes to DJing, and our lady DJs is no exception. Next slide. Supported communities and networks. Now, this is one of the things that I do and I have seen when it comes to our fellow female DJs. They are very supportive of every DJ, whether it's male, female, young, old, it doesn't matter. If you're a DJ, they will support you, you know. And also to network with them is also awesome. I mean, I network with some of the female DJs that I know, and it's always been a great relationship. You know, it was never no egos were involved or things to that nature. It's just two fellow DJs enjoying the music, showcasing their different styles, and that's it. Okay. Now there has been a rise in female-led collectives, memberships, programs, and DJ schools that empower women, which it has. Okay, like I said, Melanie Sullivan has been teaching young upcoming DJs out there in Toronto, and I'm sure other DJs has been doing the same thing, whether it's they're part of collectives or whether they're mentoring other new and upcoming DJs or they're part of DJ schools. So like I said, not only that they're bringing themselves up, they're also helping the next generation, which every DJ should be doing. No matter you're male and female, if you're not doing that, then why are you doing this for? Because you want to keep this thing alive. That's why I do segments like this, so I can have something that the next generation can look upon and look back on and use as their blueprint. So, next slide. Changing audience attitudes. I remember it's been a couple instances when, especially a new female up and coming DJ will come out, and there's always been resistance from their male counterparts. Trust me, I've seen it, heard it, the whole shebang. But once they really get to know these women and see the talent and see the work that they put in, then the tune is changed. Okay? And that's also with audiences. Audiences are more inviting and more acceptable for every DJ, whether it's a woman or a man. Okay? Because they care about energy, authenticity, and connection than they do about gender. Gender should be nowhere in the category because we're there to entertain those who wants to see us play, see us do our thing. As long as you have that music and you keep that energy going, that's all that matters. Okay? Crowds are embracing DJs who move them emotionally and musically, and many female DJs bring a strong presence, emotional intelligence, and storytelling to their sets. That is correct. Because and they also do it in different ways. Like, for instance, when I listen to Heather play, she brings something to the table different than what I listen to maybe a part-time sniffer up in Twitch. So They still they still telling a story, but they're telling a story their way. And as long as the audience accept it, it's always a good thing. Next one. Okay, in short, female DJs are succeeding because barriers are falling. That's true. Technology is accessible and the culture is finally valuing diversity. I'm going to scratch that word. The culture is finally valuing DJs for their talent. Okay? Their rise isn't a trend. No, it's not. It's been plenty of female DJs. If you want to go to old school hip hop, I was talking to one of my good friends about Spineretta, who's now been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and she was very influential and very instrumental in the careers of Salt and Pepper. You know, when you saw the videos, you didn't see Salt and Pepper without seeing Spinerella. And even Spinerella has transcends that when she was the MC for the Arsenio Hall show. So, trust me, our lady DJs has always had their foot and their finger on the pulse when it comes to music, and it transcends every genre of music. Okay? It is a rebalancing of creative space that was always meant for everyone who loves music, and that is that. So, in my humble opinion, we love, we adore our female DJs. And what I want to say to those, either you're a DJ or you're a producer or you're doing both, thank you for choosing this path with us, with your male counterparts. And we appreciate what you're doing and how you're doing it and how you're being, received by the masses. We will always support you. We will always listen to you. We will always adore you. And we wish you nothing but the best success and the way that you present yourself has always been full of grace, class, and love and enjoyment. So that's all I want to say regarding that. So I'm gonna end it here. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you will know when I will be doing another Monday rant and discussion. This is House Says Speaks. Appreciate everyone being here. And as always, peace and love.